it sounds like Colin Kaepernick has been like, has had people against him, even if they really aren't against him throughout his life. Meanwhile, he makes it to the biggest sports league probably in the world. Well, soccer is definitely bigger, but definitely in America, the NFL owns several days of the week that just revolves around the NFL,
right?
And had a longer career than most people probably coming out of college and high school playing sports, and made a whole ton of money. Now he's on Netflix.
Yeah, with this whole entire series, probably making millions of dollars, and that brings back to the most ridiculous part of this whole thing was the fact that he said that the NFL is like slavery, and I could not believe that. I honestly thought it was like a joke when I first heard about it. But he actually says it, and I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? You choose to go there, and then you get the privilege of being a millionaire. Like you get in you're not forced to go there,
right?
So how are you comparing it to slavery?
I'm gonna play the devil's advocate.
Okay,
we're gonna censor out that word devil. I could see the NFL having some slavery like comparisons. Because these guys, a lot of them, they have nothing. They all they have is their talent, and they come from backgrounds that maybe aren't the best. They probably have no cash, or they have families that just invested everything into them, gave everything up, sacrificed them to get them into the right programs. And here you are. All you have to do is get your brains beat in for 10 or 15 years, and you make a couple $1,000,000, and you're good to go. So I'm going to say that there is some comparisons, but once again, that's your choice. Of course.
Yeah.
Now, once again, look at Colin Kaepernick. His choice was to be in the NFL. He chose to stand up and protest, which I think is a noble thing. I think protest is a noble, necessary thing.
I mean, it's the American way, right? Like we were founded like literally on protest, right? So and I have to admit, I did have some leanings against him doing at first I did, but then the more I thought of it, I'm just like, whatever. He's doing it. And apparently he actually asked someone like what would be the most respectful way to do this.
Well, that's pretty nice of him.
Yeah,
I think the reason the whole thing, like he got fired or quit or whatever, I don't even know. But I also understand that, so like say you walked into it, say you work in an office and you walked in there smoking a cigarette, right? And
right.
You're walking around, I was smoking a cigarette, and the boss goes up to you and says, well, you can't smoke in here. And then you say, well, why not? You say, well, because it's against our policy. We can't smoke indoors.
Yes.
Then you say, well, I'm protesting. Well, then I think if you work for a corporation or an organization or a guy and they say that's not what we do here, they have the right to get rid of you regardless of your intentions, right?
And yeah, I have to agree with you there because it's a private organization and they want to have some kind of outward facing what's the word I'm looking for? I'm at a loss for words today, but like they want to have a nice front for people. They're like, well, people who work here can't openly smoke in the building. I get what you're saying, yeah.
Right, and so I mean, I don't know. I might have to give this a chance, but it sounds like the idea of him basically getting his hair done for 45 minutes sounds a little boring. I don't know.
Hey, you just listened to a clip from the Ice and Dixon show. New shows uploaded every week, and if you don't have time for the full show, guess what? We upload various clips between shows. Literally no one does this. Listen to our hot takes about politics, pop culture, breaking news, and whatever else we get into. We're not going anywhere probably, so subscribe to catch the next show. New shows weekly, live show coming soon.